And hello, everyone.
Wait, that's the peace sign.
And welcome to tonight's session of RNG Presents The Dark Veil. Thank you for the raid, Eggman. Appreciate ya.
Yeah.
Thanks. Finger guns.
Let me see if this works on our stream. Oops, I didn't type anyone.
So,
Shout out just to anyone. Okay, it doesn't work. But shout out to Eggman _92. Go follow him. He was playing some Apex earlier.
Nice.
He got at least one win. I remember watching that. Nice shout out. Shut the fuck up.
It's aggressive.
just what we like to do to our viewers is harass them.
Yeah. Good lord.
It's okay. We chill. We chill like that.
We chill.
Oh, your diamond rank. Nice. Nice. He's been working on that for a while now. But yes, tonight's stream is sponsored by...
Tonight's stream is brought to you by the ghost that lives in the trunk of your car. It knows that you know what it wants, and you can't resist forever.
Yep.
That's fair. Takes up too much room, honestly. I have a big trunk.
Yeah, you do.
You cannot lie.
Thanks.
Anyways.
The other brothers can't deny either. It's just... yeah. Anyways.
As you all can notice, this beautiful new layout was designed by Tyler. So, thank you, Tyler, for designing it. It looks fantastic.
Happy to do it.
Very happy with how it came out. I had some minor input, but it was all Tyler. Another announcement is that unfortunately Drew will no longer be joining us from this point forward. We'll miss you, buddy, but we understand that other priorities come first. But yeah.
We canceled him.
Oh shit!
Kwanseng was just becoming too controversial.
Yeah.
Said way too many nice things. Was just generally an all good dude, but like, canceled.
Canceled.
Yeah, so it'll just be the four of us, well, the three of them, the party, continuing forward, but we're still very excited with what's to come and how the story will develop. Big Man says, I heard he dealt meth.
I did not hear that.
Where are you getting your info from, Eggman?
Well, he does have abnormally big pinkies.
What does that mean?
Very strange that he knew that. Pinky's huge. He's the Eggman.
Yeah, great.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Great. Anyways, we've been gone for a little while, so we apologize. But let's get right into it and get to this next part of the story, which is going to be very interesting. When we last left off, our group of adventurers, having gotten the machine in the basement of Forte Verus operational, it seems as though it produced some sort of field that repelled the Dark Veil, allowing them to have sunlight within the sphere, within the fort itself. It wasn't particularly very big, however, and so it only covered maybe about 100 feet out from the keep itself. However, as they began to explore more of the fort, there were some things that they had been discovering in the way of blocked off corridors with secret offices. They began to kind of find out a little bit more about what had been going on in the fort, and some sort of mystery behind Forte Verus and what lies beneath it. They began to delve deep into the winding paths below, encountering what looked like some kind of cavern that had been kind of shifted or dug, possibly by these strange hooked horde creatures that looked like turtles with vulture heads and these kind of like bony protrusions from their arms that formed hooks. As well as encountering a young woman by the name of Valina, who had been sequestering herself for nearly 10 years beneath Forte Verus. How that had come to be was revealed to them in some way, that she had been on the run from Tenebrium, as she had been accused of some kind of crime by one such William Harlow. And so it was a deal that was struck between the group and herself, that she would help guide them within the paths below, to the best of her ability, and that they in turn would keep her safe from the prying eyes of the merchant, the largest merchant of enchanted goods of Primaris, William Harlow. And as the party begins to move, actually, let me pull up the map here so that I can show exactly what that cavern looked like. Also, I'm like at the very end of recovering from strep, so I'm gonna be clearing my throat a lot, so I apologize.
Forgivable.
Unforgivable. Here we go. I think you all can see this. All right. So as the party had discovered Valina and spoken with her, she promised to show them further down into the paths. And as such, you found this kind of collapsed stairwell that had been covered with rocks and all kinds of broken wood, that she revealed that was kind of been plugged up by these hooked horrors that you had disposed of. And so this is where we pick up tonight's session of RNG Presents The Dark Veil.
Dark Veil.
The Dark Veil.
Let's do it.
If I remember correctly, we were actually going back upstairs to prepare for going deeper.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you are correct. I forgot that, like, at the very end, you were like, can we just go back upstairs? And I was like, yeah.
Because it's not. I mean, we're in our basement. We can just
Right.
go home quick.
Yeah. Our basement that is hundreds of feet deep, you know. Just what a weird setup. Oh god, the sheer size of it just kind of dawned on me. Anyways,
I would like to rage. That's not actually what I wanted, but I lost my. I'm trying. Where the heck? Nuts. Okay, never mind.
So, you all take to your rest, finding your individual rooms. Eventually, a long rest does come to pass. However, you notice that during your rest there were some more of those tremors from before. The ground kind of shifts, and you can hear some loose stonework just begin to almost like chip off pieces of rock from the walls, and you can hear the clattering of stone as it follows down, and you can see like the moving or the falling of dust.
Like this is the middle of the rest?
Like toward the end of it, I say.
Well, I'm not gonna second guess this rubble. I'm way too tired about this.
I want to get up and...
brush the dirt off my face. Pretend nothing happened.
The Rondon way. Yeah, I guess I want to get up and kind of see if I can see if anything changed.
I would be making a beeline for the machine.
Okay, so you begin to make your way to the machine. Dane, how are you inspecting? What are you doing? I guess describe what your actions are.
I guess I'll go out and I'll check the structure itself. Did anything collapse? Or did anything much worse than it was before? You know what I'm saying?
Where are you?
Audience chamber.
Okay.
Coming out of my room and looking around the thing.
Okay. So you go downstairs then, and you go into the audience chamber. Go ahead and just make a perception check for me.
Okay. 13.
You take a look around. Nothing seems amiss. Eric, you begin to come down, and you notice that Dane is also kind of a bit befuddled as to what's going on.
Last time we felt this is when we turned the machine on. I'm going to see if everything's still working okay down there.
I'll come with you. I'll follow him down.
Okay.
Rondon's still fast asleep. It's like doesn't want to be bothered by anything.
You head down the stairs into that kind of strange, almost ancient, like cobbled hallway that looks very different from the rest of the keep, into that sort of antechamber with all of the paths, and you head to the left where the machine is. You begin heading in that direction. You can see very obviously that there are these strange, like, arcane sparks coming off of it.
Was it doing that before?
No, it wasn't. Are they coming off the orb, like where the shard is, or the machinery itself?
I'll say make a perception check.
Sure.
See what you can deduce.
Ooh, nat 20. So for perception, that's a 20.
Okay.
Perfect.
You looked real good.
He put his eyes in attack mode.
Yeah. So it's like you begin to ascertain the damage, and you can see that it does not come from either the crystal orb that floats suspended in the air, nor does it come from the metal pointed piece that connects to it. It appears to be coming from different places in the room. So it's more so of the contraption that feeds like the overall workings of the machine rather than the energy cell.
Um, maybe this wasn't meant to be just left on all the time. Uh, I think I'm pretty sure if we pull the shard back out of there, it'll turn off. But I don't know if that makes things better or worse.
The only one I would think to ask is Caligast. I don't know anything about this. This is far beyond any of my experience.
Have we tried turning it on and off again?
Ah, we've got the chromatic screen of death.
Just the orb is just spinning in colorful circles.
I guess I will step out. I'll go try to find Caligast.
Okay. Very easily you're able to retrieve him if you wish to bring him down.
I'll explain the mechanism. I'm not sure what it's doing. I don't know anything about it. It's perhaps malfunctioning.
You can see that they have a very pensive look. I don't deny that I am well versed in the arcane arts, but machinery like this is a little beyond me. What I can deduce just from looking at it is that perhaps it's broken.
I will try mending. I'll find a broken spot and I'll cast mending.
Okay. Doesn't seem to do anything.
Are the tremors continuing?
No.
Have you tried casting Mega Mending?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast mending at 6th level.
Bum bum bum.
You two are the ones who know things about this. I'm here. I can try and help however I can, but
Maybe we should. I mean, it doesn't seem to be hurting anything right now, but I'm worried that if it's broken, it may, leaving it turned on may break it forever. So maybe we should turn it off until we need it.
perhaps the only other thing to think of is that the Night Walker came to the light last time. Who knows if this got its attention, and it may be the only thing holding the Night Walker out. We're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't.
Yeah.
I wake up a little bit and be like, did Dane swear?
It's in the whatever the Bible equivalent is, Mac.
The Bible. Got it. That's this world's Bible.
You what? Go on.
Do you think Sybil would know anything about machinery like this?
Sybil might, Valina might. I think she did some enchanting, but she might know something about this sort of thing.
Wake up.
You what?
You what?
Sorry, just wake up. Just wake up, everyone.
I'm gonna grab like a pan and a wooden spoon and just start banging around in the
Better not be
audience
my
hall.
good painter using.
I'll make you a new one. Get down here.
All right, dude, what's going on?
We just, well, you go back to sleep. I need everyone else but you.
Oh, wow.
This feels backhanded.
Come help if
I'm
you
gonna
want.
go-
I just
No, you obviously don't need me, Dane. I'm gonna take the hint.
wait. You know some things because of your giant stuff. You know about magic-y
No,
things.
too late, Dane. The fence is already set in.
I'm gonna use
I'm-
hold person.
Okay. And you give him a hug.
Yeah.
That's what happens when Dane casts Hold Person on Don.
Yes.
He just hugs.
But no, I'll try and find. If Sybil's in the fort, I'll find her, and I assume we showed Valina to her room somewhere.
Exactly, yes.
We need every brain we can. I don't know anything about this machine, but if you know anything about magic, we could use your eyes. To both of them.
Okay.
Yesterday, I guess, when we first turned the machine on, I came down and I was trying to draw it and take notes on it and stuff. I want to compare, understanding that I don't know anything about it, but I want to try and compare any drawings that I have with the way it looks now to see if I can see anything that looks different.
Make an investigation check.
Four? It's probably good enough, right?
Good answer. Good answer.
Eric
your
would
spirit.
be really bad at those, like, spot the differences pictures.
It's the same picture.
Yeah.
There's no one here.
Looking at my notes, hey, there's Waldo.
Such a weird thing for me to draw. I just don't get it.
So here's what happens. You go to find Sybil, but you notice she's gone. She has left a note for you, however. You can see very clearly a note on her sleeping, like, cot. And it just simply says, went to Merkwell, will return in a couple of days.
All right.
Would grab a gallon of milk. We'll be back.
She's never coming back.
You can also see that there is a table that has what looks like feathers and just stains with blood. And no large pieces of the harpy that you had seen her bring back is there.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello?
Anyways.
Anyways.
Okay, so I'll go find Valina then.
Okay. You find Valina. You can see that she is quite timid. Hasn't really moved since you last saw her, and she appears to be very deep in thought, just from what you can glance. But she notices you as you kind of creep your way in.
Well, I'm not creeping. I'm frantically going around and doing things. Yeah. I kind of poke my head around the door, like, "Hey, I'm so sorry to disturb you. I hope you've slept well. You know things about magic, aye?"
I know enchanting. Yes, I know some magic, right?
Okay, so we've got some magical machinery. Is that something that maybe you might have some sort of knowledge or experience. It's kind of enchanting a little bit.
I can take a look.
All right, can you just follow me then, quick? It might be urgent. I'm not sure.
And she follows you.
Perfect.
You all begin to make your way down, and eventually you reach that chamber with the machine. This is all very fascinating. I've seen it before, but what am I supposed to be looking at here?
Is it supposed to spark like that? It wasn't doing that before.
I've seen my share of strange machinery in Tenebrium, but you'd have better luck with an artificer.
Do we know any of those?
I don't think so.
What were you gonna say, Mac?
I was gonna say the same thing.
Oh,
Gald wasn't an artificer, right?
he was a jeweler.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Honestly, that's where my mind went to first. Too, like we have a crystal guy.
Do you have a
He
crystal
might be.
guy?
Valina, do you know where we would find an artificer who might be able to help us?
None that I know personally, but you might find some in Tenebrium. I've never really traveled outside of the city, but well, except for now, well, I know several in Tenebrium, but not to say that I'd ever want to go see them again.
No, I understand. You going to Tenebrium probably is not a plan that we would want to follow. But if there's any that we could bring here, and if they knew that you were here, that would not cause problems for you, that might be a place to start. But we don't want to bring anybody here to take a look at this if that's going to be a problem for you.
Right. She just looks around awkwardly.
Are there any names you can give us? Anyone that you might still trust?
Roll a persuasion check.
That's a
Nice.
natural 20 plus persuasion is 7, so 27.
Oof.
So 7.
7?
No.
Yep.
Let me get my Tenebrium notes.
Also, looking at like the world map, Tenebrium is hella high up there.
Yeah.
It's going to take us weeks to get there.
Yeah.
I'm joking. That's a joke. It's not going to take us weeks.
Well, it might. But we might be able to boat up there if we can get our hands on a boat.
There is one artificer that I know. His name is Aldert Ambrose.
spell Aldert for me?
It's Aldert.
Perfect.
All dirt.
And where might we find him? Do you know?
Let me look up my city district notes on Tenebrium. Is that... Here we go. He mostly does business in Black Coin's Bounty. It's one of the city districts in Tenebrium.
Right, that's good to know. Well, Mugweed, what do you say?
I think in the meantime, we should probably turn it off. Right? Do you feel like it's safe to leave it running?
Do you feel like it's safe to drop our defenses?
Rondon, did you come down? Or are you still up sleeping?
Well, I did come down, but you know, Dane gave me a backhanded backhanded compliment, but
It wasn't even a compliment. It was just a backhand.
yeah, it was just a backhand. He insulted me, so I was like trembling up the stairs.
He's like, "Hey, Dane," and he's like, "I don't have time for you right now."
You're stupid.
Oh shit!
No, Rondon, you know I didn't mean it like that.
You're too cute to be stupid.
I don't have time for this.
Well, no, you're right. If the tremors start coming more often or stronger, then I feel like I'm worried about this thing breaking irreparably.
Aye.
But as long as it stays in this level of disrepair, we can probably leave it going for a little while.
Well, hopefully... I mean, nothing ever goes according to plan, but we could be back from Tenebrium today if all goes well.
Yeah, Valina, we may have to postpone our trip to the underground forest, even though that sounds pretty awesome.
Aye, it does. Sorry, I'm going over my spells list to prepare for the day.
While he does that real quick, I just want to poke my head into the room where the Bone Devil is and make sure that the tremors, that the cage still looks intact and that he is still in there.
Sure. Go ahead and just give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh, that's not bad. 17.
Everything in there seems structurally sound. The cage hasn't been opened. It still seems to, move and shift with that magical kind of molten quality to it.
And I see the devil inside.
You do. You see that sort of, that same bone white skeletal figure with these insectoid-like wings and this terribly elongated skull with these pointed teeth.
Okay, just checking in. Hope everything's okay.
Okay, bye. Say goodbye to everyone. No. Oh, thanks. I haven't seen you in such a long time. Good catching up.
Maybe he is not that bad.
Yeah, he's just super polite all of a sudden.
Let's let him out. He seems good now.
Yeah.
He's learned his lesson.
I suppose, Caligast, Belina, if this does get worse, you'll need to pull it. You'll remove the shard.
She looks around very nervously. Caligast kind of moves forward, kind of drifts forward, and says, I'll see to it. Though, with you gone and the defenses slightly questionable, I fear what might become of us in your journey out.
Hopefully, we're not going long enough for anything like that to even be an issue.
Belina, if anything should happen while we are gone, would you be able to lead Caligast and Alcaeus down to where you had been living as a place of safety for the time being?
Yeah, I could do that. It wouldn't be the most comfortable living, but I suppose it's safer than being subjected to whatever's going on.
I'm sure nothing will happen, but if we come back and we can't find you, that's where we're gonna go look for you, okay? And we'll meet you there. Otherwise, you've got the run of the keep. Make yourself at home.
Thanks. And then like a picture frame falls and like shatters. Just like everything's falling apart anyways.
All right, let's make preparations.
Oh yeah, I gotta go get Charles. I left him upstairs.
Tyler.
All right, go get Charles. And I'll go like grab my bag, put my armor on, wake up Rondon. Hey, get up, stupid.
Wow, 2 times in one night.
That one wasn't real. That was a joke.
I just roll up into my blankets even more. No.
Oh, you always hurt the ones you love.
I don't know if he ever loved me.
God
Oh,
damn.
shut it.
I get dressed, I guess.
Yeah, you begrudgingly get dressed and
You know I get grumpy when I get woken up in the middle of the night.
It's always the middle of the night.
Now I'm everyone's problem.
That's fair. And I'll go look for Kwanseng and Pickles. Because Kwanseng has the thing that we actually need to do in Tenebrium anyway.
right. So you look for Kwanseng. Eventually, you find him. He's been just hanging out in his room, and you can see that he has packed up most of his things.
Kwanseng, are you ready? We're going to Tenebrium.
What's up there?
Oh shit, what's up?
No, he says, "Oh, Dane, I have something kind of awkward to say. It seems my duties have been getting away from me these past couple of months that I've been traveling with you all. And while I know that this isn't goodbye forever, I do have to leave.
Wow. All right. Is there anything that we can do for you?
I don't think so. The people at the Mount of the Serpent Flower, the Order of the Tempest, they must be going through an ordeal right now with what's happening, and as he looks around. Thank you all for your companionship, and I know our paths will cross again someday. And you can see him reach kind of to his pouch, and he pulls out a little bag, and you can see him as he grabs your hand and begins to pour. And you can see this little accumulating little pile of sand at your palm.
Is this the magic sand, or is it just the normal sand?
It's from my home.
It's just some dirt.
Yeah, I just found it.
Well, he has actual magic sand. It was going to change how I did it. You know? I close my hand around it. I thank you. I know we'll see each other again.
I'm confident that we will. I think that where you're going, what you'll be doing will be far more dangerous than where I'm going. So I want you to have this. And he hands you the Eye of Aragoth, and he hands you the Shard of the Prime Deities.
I'm like tucking stuff under my arm while I'm taking stuff, holding the sand.
Hey, Quan's like, do you need all that quill that you have stored up?
That's all he says.
You know, I respect it. A lot more than I could say for Dane.
Wait, what?
You know what you did, Dane.
I know nothing.
He also gives the three of you his 131 creature residue.
131 each?
Dang.
No.
Oh.
43? 44? 44, 44, 43?
I don't know. You guys are the math people. You do it.
I think.
Yes.
I think.
No, what you said. 44,
43.
44, 43.
I have 50 to start.
I have 59.
I have 117.
Whoa.
So you get the 43.
I'll take it.
I'll take 44. Excellent. Thank you, Konseng. I'll think of you as we spend it. Travel safely.
Goodbyes are always hard, so let's just leave this at... We'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
I'm sorry, my first thought was like, goodbyes are hard. Walks out the door.
Yeah.
I went a different direction. It was goodbyes are hard. So let's just leave this at just
What?
random nonsense. Nothing. Just All right, yeah, that's a good place to leave it. All right. We'll see you soon. Wait, we need the thing that we need to take to Harlow. We're going to Tenebrium.
Oh, right. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. He hands you what looks like a large, almost like a cylinder.
Is it the scroll case?
It's not the scroll case, but it looks like a scroll case.
Okay.
It's a like a vessel that was sealed from Priscilla to give to William Harlow.
All right. Thank you. We'll see it done. We'll make sure you get the credit.
Thanks, buddy. And you can see that he walks down into the audience chamber, begins to walk out the door. You can see that he gets on Pickles and opens up the glider, and he just floats away.
Could he do that this entire time?
I can't believe him.
It's making me think of Horton Hears a Who, like the one character, like, in my world,
Oh, yeah,
there's
dude.
rainbows and forest butterflies. And it's like drifting into this. Oh, word.
I ugly cried with that scene.
Yeah.
It's so good. But yes.
All right. Is that Oh, I never finished that. Okay. I'll meet back up with Eric and Rondon.
Okay.
We did finish a long rest, right?
Yes.
As I see Dane should be like, Dane, what? Where's Kwansang? Thought you were gonna get him.
I just point up.
He's dead.
He's dead?
You know, there just comes a time in everyone's life when
So
it's just...
you're making me believe he's even more dead now.
Kwansing, he went to live on a farm.
Yeah.
Oh. Eric, did he die?
Rondon, he's got plenty of room to run.
Oh, he's got to be a lot of room then.
I thought I had. Oh well, doesn't matter. No, he had to go home. I mean, his first home, the Mount of the Serpent Flower.
All right. I will miss him. Who am I supposed to play pranks with? Can't be you, Dane. You're too stiff.
What's
Eric.
that supposed to mean?
You know what it means. Eric's you
Avoiding
can
eye
get-
contact.
Nah, you're. I wouldn't say you're stiff. It's just you're also you just like the rules a lot. All
Eric?
right. He's got his rules that he follows. I mean, by the smooth man, I guess, but
Smoothman.
sorry, smoothman. Well, I'll have to get into trouble some other way.
Perhaps once Valina gets to know us, she'll open up and she'll be quite the prankster.
God, I hope so. It's a little stiff-necked around here. Want a berry?
No.
Anyway. All right, well, should we start hoofing it?
The last thing that I want to do before we leave is I want to make sure that there is a tree on the grounds that is large enough for me to perform the transport via plants.
Smart.
I'll say just make a perception check. Well, no, this would be survival.
Okay. Can I give myself guidance?
Yeah.
Can I give him the help action to help the trees?
Yeah.
With advantage?
Yep.
So that's a dirty 20.
Okay. It's really hard. It's really, really hard to find a decent living tree because most of the vegetation around here has been killed off from the presence of the Nightwalker. But you do find one single tree that has been untouched.
So wasn't there a kind of reversal of that with the plant growth spell? At least in the immediate vicinity of the...
It grows things, but it doesn't bring things back to life.
When I cast it last time, you said it didn't grow anything. Like it's not enriched, but it did reverse the effect in the area that the Nightwalker had.
Right, it grew new grass, and it started to but it didn't bring the existing trees back to life.
Got it. Understood. I misunderstood last time. Thank you. Okay, so I will mark. I'll touch that tree. I know where it's at, and all right. Are we ready?
So, Valina, is there any thing we should know about Ambrose that we... Is it better if we mention your name, or is it better if we don't mention your name?
That's a tough one. I mean, I haven't spoken to them in over 10 years now.
Okay.
Maybe bringing my name up would shock them a little or something. Maybe they wouldn't want to get involved with me. I certainly wouldn't want to get them in trouble.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll play it by ear, but we probably won't mention you unless there's some specific reason to. If it's not going to open any doors for us, then why jeopardize it?
Maybe once you've met them, I don't know. I wouldn't. I'll leave it up to you, but I don't know if that'll open any doors for you.
What about Tenebrium? Is there anything we should be concerned about? I mean, it's been a decade since you've last been there, but
I'm not sure how things have changed, but is there anything you want to know that I could tell you?
Just the powers to be. Are they corrupt? Are they out to, get any good, decent person? Do they know who Rondon Timbers is by any chance? And then any local gangs that we need to worry about? Crime history,
That's a lot of questions.
Yeah. Yeah, you can pick and choose.
Can you narrow it down a little?
Do they know Rondon Timbers?
I certainly haven't heard of you, no.
Okay, never mind. Then I don't got any other questions.
So this place is a primitive backwater. Got it.
Right.
Answers so many questions.
Okay. Well,
Let's do what we do best. Go in blind.
yeah.
Felina, could you describe the gate for us?
Well, there are a number of gates that you could exit from, but there is one main one. It's the largest one. If that's what you're talking about.
Just give us a destination. Describe it for me.
Sure. It's a large black staircase. Well, it's almost like three. One in the middle and two on the sides. And it has about 4 different levels that ascend. And there are 2 large statues of Tenebris on each side, and this large black gate that is both magical and strange, kind of gothic make. And there are guards and sentries everywhere.
And as she's describing, I will use 2 uses of Wild Shape for the Hollyphant form.
Mm-hmm.
And I will cast Teleport with that target as my destination with these 2.
All right. With a flash of golden sparkle, you explode and suddenly appear before this colossal, towering citadel with walls reaching, 100 to 150 foot high. Everything is this dark color, this black and ash and purple. You can see just what she had described before, these 2 towering statues of Tenebris. This kind of lithe, black and purple, monstrous form with the skull of a deer, with the eyes that glow yellow from the inside of the skull. You can see several knights on horseback, armored, both their horses and them, holding spears and shields. You can see ballista mounted on top and all around the front of the citadel. One very important thing that you notice as well is that the darkness is not present here. And you can see that all around you, even to the path leading up to the gates of the city. It is beautifully cobbled and smooth with this black, like semi-porous brick that has these gold-painted kind of trim, almost that looks like this kind of like cracks and fractal patterns, and just fields of black and purple flowers all around you. And you can see masses of people kind of all making their way toward the city, following this road. You can see carriages with horses, people carrying sacks, people of all different creeds and all races making their way to the city. And you can see that there is a large force kind of gathered at the front of the gates, ushering people one by one through the city gates. You can see some of them being turned away, and there are knights here that are massive, clad in this in this black and purple armor that looks both incredibly awesome and terrifying at the same time. You can tell that this is a completely different level of warriors, or I guess not threat, but like these would be like ridiculously hard to even pretend to go up against. Like anyone would have a difficult time with defeating even one of these soldiers. You can tell that most of them have like their armor is more elegant, and has like spikes up at the top that form kind of like antlers to almost kind of mimic the concept of Tenebris. And with the helm, you can kind of see like the yellow glow from the inside, like their sockets kind of glowing. This is definitely a worship of Tenebris at its peak. You can tell that this city is very heavy upon this religion. And so where you teleport, it's a little bit a ways away from the gate itself, and you are outside of the line to get inside. But you can feel this kind of light breeze pass by. You can smell the beautiful perfumed scent of the fields of flowers that kind of stretch out before you.
So I guess with my first eyes, it being like light out, just kind of see if they have also like a dome like structure like what we have at Forte Verus.
Make a perception check.
Do a
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Terrible person to do this, but here we go. Okay, not bad at all. 16.
Hey.
You take a look around, and it's difficult to tell, because you can see the sun in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
You're not entirely sure if there is a dome or not, but at the very least, you can't tell the difference if it is.
So I'm just gonna like turn to the rest of them like, I don't know what kind of magic or whatnot's happening over here, or maybe they're just lucky and haven't even experienced the darkness yet. But it seems a little odd.
Yeah. Maybe instead of getting our machine turned up, we just need to move everybody here.
Actually, you know, I like the idea. Dane, take us back. Let's move everyone over.
And
He says as an elephant.
Oh.
Just for a sense of scale, looking at the walls where we're going to pass through and everything. Onor-sized city, bigger, smaller?
Much, much larger.
Okay, and Onor was pretty huge. All right.
Yes. From what you know, this is one of the three major, like cities, like kingdoms of Primaris.
All right. So, do we just try to just walk in, or do we try to sneak in?
I think we'll need to wait in line.
Yeah, I don't think sneaking in's probably the best idea, because it might tick some of these guys off.
But well, yeah, that's why I'm like thinking about sneaking in. Like, I guess can we judge why these knights are turning people away just off of glances? Or
just go ahead and make an insight check.
okay, I get advantage on insight checks, which is nice.
Oh,
I
weird.
have I have a +0 to it, but get advantage.
Nice.
That did nothing for me. That my highest one was a 6.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell. You're still a ways away, so it's a little hard to tell exactly what's going on.
I knew I should have tried this without my glasses.
About how quickly is the line moving?
You can guess it's probably about like 3 or 4 minutes between each person.
Okay. And how long? You said we're a ways away. Approximately how many people between us and the gate?
2.
We're next.
Yeah. From what you can tell, it's maybe somewhere in the range of like 400 to 500 people.
Yeah, we can breeze through this.
Lads, I keep forgetting we are nobility.
That's
And you're running
true.
on timbers.
Yeah,
This
that's
feels weird.
definitely true.
Yeah, you're not wrong. This feels weird.
I will Dane shape, so I'm just me. Again, and,
Okay.
Should we-
Go ahead. No, you go.
Okay, I got it. I just start screaming.
How far away from the line are we? I mean, could I just run over and talk to somebody pretty quickly?
I'd say you're maybe like 40 to 50 feet away from the line. You're in the field of flowers at the moment. So you're kind of like on the grass and like on the dirt itself, but you can see like the road itself. That's where people are making the line itself, and the road is probably a good maybe 50 to 60 feet wide. It's huge.
I'm gonna run over to the back of the line and try and strike up a conversation with whoever is last in line.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it'll take you a while.
Yep.
So do you all begin to move that way then?
I just want to leave him there. I'm gonna skip the line. No, I'll go with Eric.
I'll follow.
Okay, so you all begin to keep going. You begin to head to the back of the line, and eventually you do reach it, and it does continue to grow, but the movement also seems to be advancing, so it kind of stays around the same place.
Did you say knights were like alongside the lines or no?
Not alongside the lines, no. They were mostly
Okay.
up
the front.
to like the staircase that leads
Okay.
upward. So there is like there are staircases, but there are also like ramps for carts as well, just like so that it facilitates like the movement of trade.
Mhm.
But you reach the end of the line with enough time.
Who's last in line?
Us.
Well, all
Yeah.
right. So I'm gonna strike up a conversation with Rondon.
Yeah.
So first time here?
Yeah, Eric. I mean, yeah, we showed up together, Eric.
Oh man, I did not think this planned through.
You know what? I'm honestly surprised. This is usually my role. And I just turned to the guy next to us. This guy. I mean, Doesn't even know what he's doing.
It's just like eyes you warily and returns to face forward.
Sorry, round on Tim's last week.
No response.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Fucking asshole.
Jesus, don't they know I'm a celebrity?
I'm sorry to bother you. I guess we've got a little time to kill while we wait, right? This is our first time here. What is the procedure for getting in through the gate? What are they checking?
You can see that as you turn this person around, they are a much older man, very thin and frail, wearing this kind of black robe that is very loose on him. Human. You could guess probably like 70, like late 70s. And they turn around, and you can see that one of their eyes is clouded. They're missing a couple of teeth, and they carry with them this kind of black cane that looks like a very quality material. And they say, "What was that? I'm sorry."
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. I was just wondering what the process is for getting in. We've never been here before.
Oh, I see. Well, I think you'll be sorry to hear that you'll need your papers with you.
Yeah, I am sorry to hear that. What papers? Where do we get papers? What do we need?
Well, they won't let anyone inside the city. Myself, I have this permit from the crown. I'm visiting my son.
Oh, your son he lives in the city, does he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. That's good that you get to visit him. So we need to get permission from someone inside? So does Tenebrium never take visitors? Is there a tourism trade?
They're very particular about who gets in, especially with times such as these. But if you have business in the city, I'm sure that you could come up with something that you have to allow you passage.
I see. Yeah. With the appropriate amount of quill, any door can be opened. Is that basically the long and short of it?
Oh, I don't know. It depends on who is inspecting. If you don't want to get thrown in the cells, I would keep those comments to yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend.
I just have to beat up an old man.
I thank you for your time. I think I need to confer with my traveling companions.
Yeah, all right. Then he turns around.
Fucking idiot kids.
Get a load of this asshole. It just says to like the person in front of him.
Turns out he's an even older guy.
Oh, shit.
So, Dane, you might be right that our nobility is probably our ticket. I don't know how to prove that.
We have deeds. We have the letters from Taltic. Do you not carry yours with you?
Oh yeah, no, of course I've got it here. Of course. Why would I not have that with me?
Right.
I always have it right here in my hand.
Yeah. Just in case anyone asks.
Why, yes, I am a lord. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean no disrespect to any of these people, but we can't wait in this line.
I agree. Should we?
Push over this old man? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Start elbowing through the line. We could walk around, but instead we're gonna.
No.
Let's take the difficult way.
Yes. It'd be helpful if we had horses or something. I feel like that'd make us look more impressive.
Yes.
Well, you can ride on a giant's shoulders.
You can see that approaching from the front of the line, this very intimidating knight on top of an armored horse, just traveling down, inspecting the line, with this, intimidating spiked shield and this just enormous halberd.
That was nice.
That was precious to witness.
What happened? I was just vaguely looking at that.
That looks like Mike saying goodnight to his boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just precious because
Yeah.
they just hugged.
Yeah. Anyway, I will step out for a moment. Hail, good sir. A moment of your time.
Yes, what is it? You can hear the voice kind of resonating from within the helmet.
I am Lord Dane of Forte Verus. This is Lord Rondon Timbers and Lord Eric Mugweed. We have urgent business in the city. Is there any way that we would be able to get in hastily?
To set the scene for you, Mike, because I know you had to think. This armored knight on a horse, it was kind of making their way down to the back of the line slowly, just checking on things. And Dane kind of pulled him over and explained. And they say, "A lord, you say? And I suppose you have documentation to prove such a thing?"
I have the notes from Lord Baron Taltic of Onor, granting us the land and the title of Lord. I will present the appropriate.
You can see that the black metal gauntlet extends outward, and you can hear like the metal kind of like moving around as he grabs the note and pulls it up to his face to inspect, kind of holding the halberd underneath one of his, like putting it underneath his armpit as he inspects it. And he says, "It seems legitimate enough." Begins to eye you carefully. "This wouldn't happen to be a falsified document, would it?"
I wouldn't dream of it, sir.
I'm illiterate.
It was as far as I know, it was handed to us directly from the Council of Onor.
Hands it back to you. "I should hope it isn't. A crime such as this would be quite unfortunate for yourselves. But
Fortunately for all of us, they are legitimate.
we shall let the magistrate decide. Come with me."
I'll look back to my guys and
I just lean into Eric. Do we hop on his horse too? Or...
Yeah. No. That's a bad idea. The bad idea.
Oh, I was I was 2 seconds away, Eric. Yeah, okay. Thank goodness he stopped me. This would have been real awkward.
And sir, this gentleman is here to see his son. As you can see, he may not be in the greatest of health. Any way that we can expedite his entry would be appreciated. Just something to pass along.
Would you claim responsibility for this older gentleman?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Very well. We shall review his papers, and if anything ill comes to light under his name, it would be on your head.
To be clear, Eric Mugweed. That's the head you need to remember.
I understand.
Very well. Given his state, I can see that it will take some time. Meet me at the front when you are ready. And they begin to just march forward.
All right, sir. I don't know if you've ever been carried by a giant, but believe it or not, I am kind of a giant.
You can see that the old man kind of looks at you in disbelief, Eric, and just, oh, thank you so much, and grabs your hands, and you can feel that they are frail and very light, and doesn't have a very strong grip, and there is this kind of like dear wholesomeness in his eyes as he thanks you.
Happy to do it. I don't know exactly what responsibility for you entails, but please give me your word that you'll walk on the right side of the law while in the city.
I wouldn't dream of breaking any laws. I give you my word, good sir. Thank you.
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
Okay. 11.
They're a lich in disguise.
Oh shit!
I strike him down on the spot. Just whack him with my stick.
No, I'm just kidding. No, he seems like a wholesome older man. Yeah.
Cool.
All right,
I'll
sir.
offer. Oh, I guess Fronton wants to carry him.
Would you like to be carried by a giant?
I'm not sure how to answer that.
I go to giant mode.
Okay. Oh, he looks up as you grow.
Now I repeat. Would you like to be carried by a giant? This would go a lot faster. We don't have all day.
I suppose Sure, yes.
I'll be gentle. Don't worry. I'll princess carry
Yeah.
him.
Just shoo.
Hold on.
All right. You begin making your way to the front of the line, and after some time, you eventually reach it, and you can see that there are. Sorry. Probably got 10 of these armored knights out in the front, and a lot of other individuals that are part of the guard, but not so much as heavily armored as the knights, working the ballistas. And you can see that one particular knight looks down to all of you and just says, "Hail. I suppose you are ready to see the magistrate."
As quickly as possible, I.
Put the old man down, shrink back to size.
Very well. One of ours will accompany you on this. I will ask, however, that you relinquish any weapons that you may have before entering the city, and before your validity is ascertained.
Well, fair's fair, I guess. And just kind of pull off my axe, my Oculus, my other axe.
The
I'll
third
I'll
axe.
hand over Charles, and as I'm letting him go, I'll see you again soon. And dagger. Do I feel like wands would be included in this request?
Just make this would just be like an insight check, maybe.
Okay. 3.
You're not sure. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna also hand over my wand of web and see what the reaction from anyone is. If they're like, yeah, thanks, or like, what?
A wand. Have you any more on your person?
Yes, I do. Do you need those as well?
Please relinquish them.
Okay. 2 more wands I've got, which is all my wands.
I will offer up my 2 hand axes, the great sword that I've been carrying, and I'll hold the Apexis Flora for a moment. I have your word that this will be returned to me in the exact same condition that I've relinquished it.
Should we prove your words are true?
I'll extend it.
Very well. Any other symbols or arcane focuses?
Looking through my stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got this symbol. Ugh.
Dang!
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't test the guards out like that. I don't want to die without my weapons.
I mean, there's some stuff in my equipment list on D&D Beyond that I probably am not actually still carrying around with me, but what the hell? I have a gemstone staff from the gemstone forest world. I think I already mentioned daggers. Oh, a hand axe, sure, take that, whatever. I don't even need it back. The pieces of the broken flame tongue dagger. I mean, it's certainly not usable in this state. I'll let you hold on to them. I'd like them back, but I mean, I don't know if you really even need them.
I don't recall where. Oh, sorry.
With a weapon in such a state as this, I would recommend visiting one of William Harlow's emporiums. Perhaps they could repair it for you.
Very good. Is there an emporium that you would recommend? Is there a home base for, or a what's the word I'm looking, flagship store that Harlow maintains?
We can speak more once you're cleared.
Of course, thanks.
Very well. Everyone, this way.
I say the question of other arcane focuses. I have a staff of fire in my inventory. I don't remember where it came from.
It was Tim's.
Tim's, yeah.
Realistically, I probably wouldn't be carrying 2 staffs. Like
You just pull it out of your like hip bag. Oh,
Right. I haven't a
Alright.
bag of holding, so that's. So I'm just gonna assume like it's in my room, like it's in my possession, but not on me.
Sure. You can make a container that says like home and just like have things there.
Can you?
Yeah, because you can create backpacks and stuff.
I just thought there was like a pouch. But
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
Right.
they created it like a bag system where you can add different bags.
Roger that. All right. And then I will take the ring of telekinesis off.
Okay. Very good. Follow me. And you can see that you are led up this just enormous step. This beautiful, large, black door. It's almost like a black metal of some kind. This purple glow coming from like almost like it's almost like a thorn kind of like pattern to the door itself. You can see that as you approach the base of this door, the knight places their hand, this black gauntleted hand, on the door itself, and just begins to walk through it.
oh. Put my hand up to the door, see if I can do the same thing.
You push a little, and you can feel yourself beginning to move through it.
Oh, this is so cool, guys.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Oh.
yeah, sure. Is the old man still with us?
Yes.
Okay.
As we're walking, I'll offer like my arm for him to hold too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so polite. You push your way through, and as you reach the interior, you are met with a very large and wide street with several of these black knights kind of just patrolling, some of them with different weaponry, these large tower shields, some with swords, some with large like war bows. This is definitely a very guarded and fortified city. And you can see that the buildings themselves just tower in the background. You can see this beautiful, intricate, like architecture with bridges connecting to different places, like different levels of the city. Just like what am I trying to say? Like you can see that the buildings and the movement isn't just on the floor, but you can see that there are like different pathways and walkways connected through different like sloping staircases that are connected between each building. So it's like you can navigate the city from one building to another, and you can see that there are like elevated plazas as well.
Like skyways.
Yeah, it's just absolutely breathtaking to view. And there are many people making their way through the street. A lot of horses and carriages. You can even see what's strange is some people just floating, like just drifting with seemingly nothing around them. Possibly magic of some kind. You can even see these strange kind of black spheres with people inside of them traveling to different places.
I mean, that's no Saxix, but I want to try one of those.
That can probably be arranged.
Are you studying it, Dane?
I'm studying everything.
There's definitely a very very different feel from like comparing this to Onor. Like
Onor's the only big city that Eric's ever been in, so this is just crazy overwhelming.
yeah. So you are led further in, and you can see that as you are walking, a lot of these like black knights are keeping their eye on you, as well as that one that seems to be accompanying you. This one is on horseback. Eventually, after some time of walking, you eventually reach this almost like a circular designed, what would I call it, like a almost like it's fenced in with stone almost. I don't even know what to call it. Like a circular, huh?
Courtyard.
Yeah, like a very small like circular courtyard, with this kind of black sigil at the center of it. And you can see that they step to the center and they say, "Very well. Position yourselves here."
Okay.
Sure.
You can suddenly see that this kind of black circle begins to spread on the ground flat, almost from that center sigil, and suddenly it lifts itself up and encapsulates all of you into this black sphere. And suddenly you begin to lift up into the sky.
There you are, Eric.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be this soon. This is cool. Can we see out?
You can see out, yes.
This
And you
is
begin to see that as you lift up into the air, the city becomes smaller and smaller to you, and you begin to drift off into a different part of the city. This one seems to have this enormous tower, and kind of all of these different spires connected to it. Possibly a different, district of the city. And as you begin to descend, there appear to be like 10 times more guards than what you were seeing before. Not exactly the Black Knights, but different armored individuals. You can definitely tell that these Black Knights are kind of like the elite of the city.
And the Black Knight that led us here is in here with us, right?
Right.
Yeah. What do you call these things?
All in due time. Follow me.
yeah, these guys are kind of tight-lipped around here.
Yeah, they are.
Still, very cool city.
Do you have a name, sir?
Shut the fuck up.
We'll save introductions for once you're cleared. Eventually, you are led to this building that looks, I would say for you, Dane, it looks like similar kind of design to, like the City Hall of Berkshire, kind of. That same kind of design. However, it seems to have that sort of like black and thorn-like motif, that kind of gothic look to it. And as you head inside, you can see different scholarly, kind of bookish types, more like a city official kind of type. You can see that the guard did leave the horse at the door, but, well, not at the door, but like right outside of the building. And as you begin to head inside, you can see a lot of people kind of look to the knight that's escorting you and kind of break eye contact almost immediately and kind of go on about their business. Eventually, you are led to this circular wooden desk. And there is this very quieted, like, exchange of words. You can see that the knight turns back to you and turns back to the person at the desk. Begins muttering some more things. Turns back to you again. It'll be just through those doors over there.
Thank you, sir.
He nods to you.
Is he leading us to the doors, or we're going?
He is not leading you. He is just standing in front of the desk. Still holding that large shield and that black halberd.
Also, thank you again, sir. Walk towards the door.
Yes.
Yep.
To the door.
Eric, say thank you.
Oh, thanks for your help.
Sir,
I don't know
sir.
if you'll still be... Sir. Yeah. Thanks.
And over to the door.
All right.
Yep.
You head to the door, which is quite large, and you're not exactly sure why, but you begin to head inside, and from what you can see, that this is a very different looking place than from what you see the general aesthetic to be around here. It is like dark browns and some greens in the way of like potted plants. You can see different kind of knickknacks and like busts, different kinds of artwork, and you can see that as you're entering this office, it's pretty long in the sense that there's like, it almost seems as though the office is stretched to have kind of like a long hallway that leads up to the desk where you can see an individual sitting, and this individual seems to be an Aasimar. With golden hair and this kind of pale gray, almost nearly silver-like skin. These kind of glowing white eyes. Much older. You can tell that they're definitely aged.
Love this office. It's like nature academia. As I say, as we're walking towards the Aasimar.
Hail and well met. I have been informed of the situation that you are presenting. Is that of lords? Am I understanding this correctly?
Aye, that is correct.
Yes,
We
sir.
were elevated to lordship of Forte Verus by Baron Toltic and Ono,
I
and the
see.
Council of Ono, in exchange for services to the Baron himself.
My, that's quite fortunate. I should say that this service you performed must have been quite an ordeal to earn yourself such a title and land, if I am presuming correctly.
Aye, have you heard news out of Ono lately?
The way of information to the non-central cities has been a little sparse of late.
You don't have Twitter?
It was trending like 3 weeks ago, man. Like, aye, Baron Toltic, he had been missing for some time. One of their counselors was in league with a gemstone dragon who was using the Baron as a battery of sorts, if I recall. And we returned the Baron to his people and to his place.
Fascinating. Well, I would like to see this paperwork that I've been told about.
Happily.
Please, have a seat.
Are there chairs?
There are chairs, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
I'll sit on the
imagine-
floor.
Just imagine both me and Eric are just kicking her legs because
Yep.
not that tall.
I'm like a dad with his 2 kids.
But I'm the oldest one of the group.
I guess.
Relatively.
Right.
Well, there's no mistaking it. This is, in fact, the seal of Lord Baron Taltic Dudagast. Well, it appears it is as you say you are. Lords of Forte Verus, if I'm reading that correctly.
That's correct.
Quite an undertaking, Forte Verus.
You're telling us.
It's been abandoned for such a long time. I commend you for your effort and wish you well in the restoration. However, the title of Lord is not such just a title on a piece of paper. It is something that you must earn for yourself. These are words coming from someone who's long been established in the political landscape of Primaris. While I don't question your validity, it will take much more to earn the respect of your peers. Just a little word of friendly advice.
I thank you kindly for that advice. And with respect, today, the respect of my peers is not what we're here for. We need help from someone in the city regarding our new home. Quite desperately, I think.
I see. Well, I shall trust that you won't cause any trouble.
Nah. We don't like getting in trouble. It leaves a bad taste in our mouths.
Good. I wouldn't want you to get on the Obsidian Knight's bad side.
Oh, I like their titles. I mean, it makes sense. They're Black Knights, and that's cool. I like it.
I didn't name them.
Oh, I'm just making statements.
Well,
I
you
guess.
did great.
Thanks, man.
Well, it appears that everything is in order. Another piece of friendly advice. Do not think that your title of Lord gives you free reign over the city. Do not abuse that name. There are many lords that have crossed that line before. Good day.
Thank you, my lord.
You can tell that, actually make an insight check.
16.
Okay. They gave an expression, of curious nature. All right, and so you leave.
Mm-hmm.
And you are once again within that kind of almost like that room with the central desk, and you can see that the Obsidian Knight, as you know now what they're named, well, what the guard is called here, patiently awaits with that shield and the halberd.
It seems everything is in order.
Judging that I have not been called to escort you out, I think you're right. And it appears as though introductions are in order now.
Finally.
I am known as Sir Kagmar, Obsidian Knight and Protector of Tenebrium. And Kagmar is spelled Khagmar.
Got it. Thank you. Sir Kagmar, thank you for bringing us here. Again, I'm Lord Dane of Forte Verus. Dane is fine. The Lord thing is new.
I wouldn't shy away from it, my lord.
I'm Lord Rondon Timbers. Nice to meet you.
You extend your
Eric.
hand out?
Yep.
All right, and it encompasses, most of your arm, his hand.
Mighty fine grippy guy.
Eric Mugweed, the magistrate kind of made it sound like we should be careful about calling ourselves lords. Are we overstepping if I say that I'm Lord Eric Mugweed?
Think nothing of it, friends. Caspar is a bit uptight.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's a busy guy and has a lot going on, so it's got to be stressful.
I mean, you said it. I sense. But like Eric said, he must be a busy guy.
I don't wish to be rude, sir, but we are in some haste. Is it possible to have our effects returned to us?
Of course. You can see that he stomps the halberd on the ground, and you can see that coming out of the different offices and different rooms and different pieces of furniture are, you can see these black clothed and leather, like adorned individuals that kind of just seemingly just creep out of the shadows, like you're looking at a room and suddenly they just appear out of nowhere. And you can see that they carry all of your things and return them to you.
I'm not the wand user, Eric.
Thanks.
These are yours.
It's the server coming to the table. I got a plate of nachos here. Oh, that's me.
You can tell that
the sword's here. The sword's here. Thank you.
It's really interesting because these individuals that you can see don't appear to have their faces are just like, it's almost like blackened, like there's just a void where like this hood is. They appear to be wearing like black and like gray, kind of like wrapped around and hooded, and they have these like silver, almost like mercurial daggers on their waists.
As one approaches, thank you. I appreciate you returning these to us.
You just see a nod.
I don't know what's appropriate. Do we tip?
Flip him a coin. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it'll come out of the bill at the end of the day. You know.
Right. With the
The gratuity tip.
All inclusive.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir Kagmar, Sir Kagmar, just Kagmar. What do you prefer?
Sir Kagmar.
Sir Kagmar. Thank you. We have business in the Black Coins Bounty District, but we are unfamiliar with your city. Could you help us with directions or transportation? Maybe in a big black spherical form?
I see that you are not at all acquainted with this city. As such, I will divulge some information that might be necessary to survive here. The oracular spheres, as we called them, are reserved for city official business mostly. However, for this one time, I shall allow you to use them to travel to any district in the city.
Yes. That's very generous of you. Thank you.
It would be unfair of me to have brought you all this way only to have you walk to your true destination.
I thank you. We carry a package for William Harlow, or a representative of his. Can he be found in Black Coin's Bounty as well?
You're wanting to speak with William Harlow personally?
We bring something on behalf of one of his, what's the word I want? Merchants? Someone in his network who needs to pass something on to him. I don't know if we need to speak with him directly, as long as we can make that business connection.
I see. You'll want to visit the Guilds of Tenebrium district. Black Coin's Bounty is where most of the selling takes place. Most of the trade and... I don't believe that you'll find William Harlow there. More than likely you'll find him in the Guilds district. But I wouldn't have my hopes up with finding him. He is a very busy individual. If you know nothing of him, I shall enlighten you. His enterprise, his business, provides magical weapons and magical enchanted goods for all of Primaris, as well as trade with different continents.
We've heard of his reputation. He's the best, I'm told.
There is a certain quality with William Harlow products.
I hope we do have a chance to speak with him then. That would be an honor.
Perhaps. Very well.
So, we're looking for these two districts. We'll take the Oracular Sphere to one. Will it be easy to find Black Coin's bounty from the guild district?
If you should have any trouble, you may ask a guard, and they should point you to the right direction.
Perfect, thank you.
Especially for newcomers such as yourselves, I would imagine it would be very confusing. The city's structure is unlike many places. Is there anything that you wish to know before we depart?
Yeah, the sun's awfully bright here, and that's not true everywhere. And I just wondered how that happened.
Well, we are under the protection of Princess Viandra Tabanthus.
And she somehow got rid of the darkness. This is something that would be great to be able to replicate back home.
Yes, and you are not alone in that sentiment, but there are political obstacles. It is not wise to speak of this in an open area such as this.
I apologize. I'm obviously new to the political intrigue world. Is the princess somebody that we would be able to gain an audience with?
It would take quite a feat of interest to draw her attention.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What if Rondon did a handstand?
Can do it.
I am afraid she already has a court jester.
But not like me. I digress.
His name is Bondon Bimbers. I don't know.
I'm
gonna kill him.
It's canon.
Yeah. Put that in the notes.
Yeah.
That,
Bondon Bimbers.
Bondon
Bimbers.
He's the new big bad.
Into the NPC list.
I have an enemy.
He has his own page in our OneNote.
God damn it.
Yep,
God.
there he is. Bondon Bimbers.
Can you spell the princess's name for me?
Yes, it's Viandra. It's Viondra.
Okay.
Tabanthus, Tabanthis.
Cool. I was spot on in the last name. Very good. Makes the sun shine in Tenebrium. Cool. I thank you for all your help, sir.
It was my pleasure, and I apologize for doubting you all. It is sometimes necessary to be skeptical in such circumstances.
Of course.
But
Turning to our old friend, I think this might be where we part ways. Good luck with your son. I hope you have a good visit.
And thank you very much for helping me. He's actually just around the corner over there.
Oh, great.
What is your son's name?
Caspar.
It's from, like, the mattress?
So I'm assuming the old man didn't come in with us for our meeting.
No.
Okay. Then I guess, hey, let me walk you over to the door. Can I help you? Escort you?
Oh, yes, please.
Although I would have lost if he said, Pondon Bimbers. Be like, I knew I shouldn't have trusted you.
Pulls off his Scooby-Doo mask.
It's a gnome with blonde hair and everything. Like he's got the big mutton chops instead of the goatee.
Oh, sure.
And he's 6'7".
Oh, shit.
Shrinks as his superpower. Sorry.
And it's Ant-Man. And I'll push open the door. Lord Magister, I apologize.
Were we not finished discussing? What else is it? Oh. You can see that their brow kind of furrows and looks to you with extreme suspicion.
He was waiting in the long line to get in the front doors. Lord Mugweed vouched for him and brought him in with us. We didn't realize he was your father until he told us just a moment ago.
I see. You can see that the old man begins to kind of creep forward. Oh, Caspar, it's been such a long time. You've never answered my letters all these years.
Oh, no. I leave it there. I think this guy just might be fucking crazy.
I don't know
What
if-
are you doing here, Father? Well, this sweet gentleman outside and his friends allowed me inside. I see. I shall have to make it up to them. On your
What
way.
kind of vibe do I get from that statement?
Be on your way, Lord Dane.
Like to roll for vibes.
Of course, Lord Magister. I genuinely, like,
Yeah, make an
is
insight
it
check.
really obviously, like, venom in his voice?
Mhm.
22.
There is a lot of emotion there, but it's difficult to discern what it all could mean.
Thank you again, Lord Magister. And I will duck out.
Okay.
And it really... Oh, I think we might have really made a mistake there. Let's go.
Jump on the bubble pad. Let's get out of here.
You can see Sir Kagmar now. Now then, shall I escort you to the oracular sphere?
Please. That'd be great.
Please.
You will need my help to activate it, after all. And you exit the building, and you eventually come to another one of those little, like, small little like courtyard circular things, and the black sigil on the ground. You can see that as you position yourself in the center of it, you can see that the large halberd that Sir Kagmar carries, what you hadn't noticed before, is that he actually uses it somehow. Some way that he grips it and puts it on the ground actually activates this magical sphere to lift up. And he says, "Well then, I suppose it's time I bid you farewell, and good luck with whatever it is you're looking for. I pray that you do not pursue this political battle, as I would call it, for it may be more trouble than it's worth. Good luck to you all." You can see the sphere kind of lifts up and encapsulates all of you, and it takes to the sky. And as you see Sir Kagmar disappear below you, the sphere travels through the city, passing over the buildings, and that's where we'll take our break.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
Yes. Finally into Nabrium, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excited about this.
Yes.
I'm liking the Tenebrium vibe.
Wait, unless you guys want to end
Unless-
early. I know that Saturdays are like the iffy day. It's up to you
That
guys.
was mostly because Drew had to be at work at 7 a.m. on
Oh,
Sundays.
okay.
Um,
Okay.
Either way, I need a break.
Okay. Okay, cool. We'll be back here in 15 minutes, so
5 after.
5 after. Yep. All right, we shall return. And hello and welcome back. We've returned from break. Yeah. I'm just getting everything set up, which was something I should have done before. Lol. Okay. When we last left off... Okay, so the oracular sphere ascends and sends you rocketing around the city. Eventually landing in the city district of... You said you wanted to go to the guilds district?
I think we should start with Harlow, because then we can go talk to Ambrose and possibly just leave right from there.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'm content.
So yeah, guild first then.
Okay. All right. So eventually the sphere descends into the guilds district. You can immediately see that there are a lot of kind of working folk around here. And the attire around here, the fashion of these citizens seems to be very dark colors, lots of like purple and red jewelry. As far as like the physical labor types, they seem to be wearing like dark linen and cloth. Carrying to and fro different materials such as, stone and wood by way of like wagons, things of that nature. But it appears to be, the the thing that you understand is that they're transporting a lot of material so that they can begin to work on it for different projects and whatnot.
Right. Very familiar to me.
I guess I'll go up to one of these like working class guys. It's like, hey, hey, do you know where we can talk to Jack Harlow around here?
William Harlow.
Oh no, I want to talk to Jack Harlow.
Does he have a brother that I don't know of?
Yeah, William Harlow is the guy. His brother. Yeah.
Right. You'll probably want to go to the Enchanters Guild.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for pointing us in the right direction.
I'll hand him to Quill. Thank you.
He just shrugs and keeps going.
What is this shit?
So, you begin to navigate your way through the streets as best as they kind of vaguely pointed you in the direction. You pass a lot of different guilds on the way. You can see, a Mason's Guild, a Woodworkers Guild. You can see, Leather Workers and Tailors Guild. All, comparatively smaller than what you see before you is the Enchanters Guild, which is this just absolutely enormous building. I mean, it's got to be, at least probably like 100 feet on each side. This building, it's huge, and you can see that there is one very large set of doors with a staircase that leads up to those doors, and you can see that the doors are open. In fact, you can see that there is a large sign in front of it that just says Enchanters Guild of Primaris. Excuse me. And there appear to be some guards posted out in the front, as well as, people traveling, in and out of the building. The guards are not the Obsidian Knights. They're just regular looking armored guards.
Excuse us, good folks. We come with business with Mr. Harlow or one of his representatives on behalf of one of his sellers in Berkshire in the south. Is he available, or who would we speak with? Do you know?
It's a little hard to pin William Harlow down.
I don't want to pin him down. I just want to speak with him.
Very funny.
Charming.
If you'd like, I could set up an appointment. It might take a couple of weeks. If not, you could speak to someone else in the Enchanters Guild.
Is there someone who he delegates some of his franchising to? Is there a secretary, perhaps, that
No one with that description. There's the head of the guild. I could see if she could possibly see you, but she's a very busy woman.
Of course.
William Harlow is, well, he is a member of the guild. He's not the head of the guild. William Harlow is a a private business owner that, does a lot of work with the guild, but not necessarily a part of it.
Certainly. Does he have a headquarters that we can visit?
Certainly nothing available and open to the public, but you might want to make some connections before you start going there.
Again, we're not we are members of the public, but we are on a business connection to establish trade.
Right, as are many people. I don't mean to discredit you in any way. It is only that I am not able to take you to him.
Right. You say connections. Who might we speak with?
You could start off with someone here in the guild. I mean, first off, who are you?
Of course, forgive me. I'm Lord Dane of Forte Verus. These are Lords Rondon Timbers and Eric Mugweed of the same. We come on behalf of Priscilla in Berkshire.
Oh, Berkshire, that's quite a ways off. Huh. Has something happened?
Her merchandise was unlawfully seized by a corrupt government official who has since been deposed, but she has nothing to rebuild her stock until she restores this relationship with Mr. Harlow.
I see that. That is quite troubling indeed. I do wish that I could do something for you, but perhaps seeking Harlow directly is not the best way to go about this. Make an insight check.
$11.
Not entirely, yeah, you're not really sure. You're not able to get a good read on him.
Let me look at one thing quick.
Blight.
This is a public open space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bunch of people around.
Yep. I cast a die.
Alright, well then, we'll have to return on this errand. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. I hope that we cross paths again soon, sir.
Yeah, of course, of course. Take care of yourselves, my lords.
Now, can you point us into the Black Coin District? That'd be great.
So it's going to be, and he kind of gives you some directions.
Eric, you got all that?
Yeah, I've got that. No problem. No problem.
Perfect. I was half paying attention, so I'm sorry.
It's the ADHD zone. Hey, can you tell me how to get there? And then just... Can you repeat all of that? Or were you
And
saying, like...
you've been working with the guild for several years now?
Yes, I mean, I'm a guard of sorts, but I do work for them, yes.
Were you around with that unfortunate business with William Harlow? What was that? That was like 10, 11 years ago now, right?
You'll have to be a little more specific.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm telling tales out of school. Listen, if it's not public knowledge, I probably shouldn't speak of it. I'm sorry. Forget I mentioned it.
Right, right.
So, this way is Black Coin, you said. Okay,
Exactly.
thank you.
Just right over there.
Very good. Thank you for your time.
All right, and you depart awkwardly.
Yes.
Eric, you are so much better at this than I am.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like I got anything out of that. So, is that true?
I
I mean, you got directions out of it.
I just would have come out masked. Just, hey, do you know about this thing? As we're walking.
Mm-hmm. Right. All right. So eventually, you exit the Guilds of Tenebrium district, and you come to a district gate, which is basically like a divider that keeps the city districts separated and also guarded. And so you can see some more of those Obsidian Knights posted. They don't seem to pay much mind as you're making your way through. It doesn't seem as though people are being like checked here, giving you to believe that this isn't like a protected kind of, like, they're not trying to keep anyone in or out. Like, this seems to be like a pretty free kind of area. Eventually you head into Black Coin's Bounty, which is the merchant district of the city. And here you can see what looks like several different buildings with... now, these are more like... what would I call these? Like more... This is like a more medieval look to them. Lots of like cone kind of like shaped buildings and like what are they called? Like oh my gosh, my words. I can't use my words. Like cone-shaped buildings with like flags on them, and like just very like typical looking medieval like stone buildings with braziers, and like you can see some of them are lit with like purple fires in them. And there are a number of different kinds of people here. Some of them wearing more like regal attire, some of them wearing simple garbs. And there is a lot of like jolly like merriment around. Actually, I should probably change the music because it's not all like dark like this all the time.
Especially here where the sun's out.
Yeah, what's this one? Let's do this one. There we go. It's really strange because for as much like of a dark aesthetic that this place has, the people aren't like dreary or drab. They're actually pretty like uncharacteristically optimistic and uplifted. You know, a lot of people wearing, you know, darker clothing, you know, showing smiles, being friendly. And it seems like this district is, you know, a place of, like, congregation and, you know, like, it's almost like a shopping mall district almost. Like, you can see people in groups gathered, like, laughing, you know, some of them with like food on the street and, you know, different kinds of drinks to be had. Yeah, like street food.
Yeah, like eating food off the street.
Eating,
Like-
eating some hand chili.
I was gonna say like Chandler and Rachel eating cheesecake off the hallway floor.
Oh, sure. And you can hear, an uproar of people talking and laughing, and different street vendors hollering to, promote their goods. It's a very pleasant vibe that you're getting here.
We're liking the vibe around here.
I am gripping my coin pouch. It is a good thing that we are in a hurry, because I would not survive. And my coin would not survive an hour here left to myself.
Yeah, I want to buy
Close.
everything too.
I want to dive in all this street food. I'm gonna definitely get a tummy ache if I try to get everything.
But we can't. Not this time. Let's come back when we have more time, and we can spend as much time here as we want.
Yeah, like make a day trip out of it or a weekend
Right.
trip.
Right.
Yeah,
Get a hotel.
just wine and dine ourselves. That's the dream.
Are there guards around?
Most definitely.
Excuse me. It's all kind of flag one down. Excuse me. Can you point us to where Aldert Ambrose does business?
Aldert Ambrose. Oh, what you're going to be looking for is Gallant Gizmos.
You know, like gizmos.
It's a pretty successful little shop just over there and around the corner. And you got all that?
You got that, Rondon?
Wait, where are we again?
Rondon's got half a taco in his mouth.
I told you I couldn't help myself. My tummy's already hurting.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Forgive me, is it polite to tip here? Is that...
That's not necessary. We don't do that here.
I bow.
You get paid proper wages.
All right, he's just around the corner up here.
I'm working on my 5th taco. All right.
All right, and you advance, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you guys continue down the street. You can hear the laughter and merriment of children playing and people passing you by, and eventually you come upon a street corner and a moving sign that you can see that simply says "Gallant Gizmos," and you can see that the sign actually flashes with arcane light, and you can see that there is some sort of strange looking. How would I describe it? A strange looking object that has a point and a cylinder and these kind of triangle pieces at the end of it that has fire spewing out of it as it travels. You've never seen one of these before.
We need one of these fur forts.
We just might.
Yeah, it looks like... Let me see if I can draw it for you guys.
Lord Mugweed, I'm going to leave this one to you as you get up and walk away. Like a rocket?
Yeah, you've never seen one of these things before, but that's what it looks like.
Okay, but Tyler's seen a rocket before.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I see you drawing it. You're drawing it on the map here.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. All right. So is it shooting up into the air?
It seems to
Or
be
is it-
like cresting over the sign, and then it like resets.
Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, cool.
I think we might need 2,
In due time.
3.
In
All right, let's just go in.
Let's
Let's
see if he
Alright.
does custom orders. Can I have one that says Rondon?
perfect.
Well, let's yeah, let's head in and see if we can find
Order of
Mr.
Starlight.
Ambrose.
Just Order Starlight, not my name. Anyways, open up the
I'll
door.
hold the door open for these two.
Just walk right underneath your arm.
So you approach the shop, and as you do, you can feel that the mat that is outside of the shop right before you enter it, suddenly it kind of like depresses, and you can see that the door actually opens on its own.
I got the door for you.
Thanks, Dane.
Thanks, Dane.
You're such a gentleman.
Yeah, I do my best. That's actually one of my favorite jokes in real life. Is like, here, let me hold that for you, and the door's like propped open already.
You're so funny.
I go on so many dates.
Great.
I was just like crying.
Narina.
Yeah.
Okay, so heading inside and checking out that door as we walk past, and then just trying to take in what all we've got inside here.
Okay. You head inside and you can see an assortment of strange and different sized what I can only describe as automatons. Strange humanoid looking metallic creatures that seem to have these kind of arcane glow about them. And you can see them moving around quite jarringly. And you can hear like this like mechanical whirring in the background as well. And you can hear that one of them, as it approaches you, quite strangely and uncannily human-like, says, "Hello and welcome to Gallant Gizmos."
Talks to these things.
Hello. We're looking for Mr. Ambrose.
You can hear that something in the corner, just far off. You can't quite make out what it is, but you can hear it, and it just very faintly says, "This unit's designation is 7H4T."
That feels like that would get annoying if I heard that more than one or two times.
The heck is that? Mac has no idea what we're talking about.
I'm lost. Said 7H4T.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep. I'm trying to figure it out in my head.
All right, we'll explain it later.
Okay, fine, whatever.
I don't know who to talk. Do I talk to this guy?
I think that might be polite.
I mean, I don't talk to my silverware.
Terribly rude, Rondon.
I don't know what these are.
We may have an offer of employment, or at least a request for assistance from Mr. Ambrose, if he is available. I'm sorry, are you Mr. Ambrose?
Intruder detected. Must destroy now.
No.
You can see that the eyes turn red, and you hear another voice. I'm just kidding. And the robot kind of it stops stiffening up and kind of loosens and just says, hey, I think I got you there, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I almost had to destroy you.
I take it you're Eldred Ambrose?
No, that's not me. The master's actually working upstairs, but I have been entrusted to care for the shop.
So did you build these? Because that's pretty impressive work.
No.
Oh,
The master built those.
Okay. So, well, I'm sure you're doing a great job with the shop. Is your master available?
Is there something that I can help you with?
Maybe. We have a piece of machinery, and I'm just sort of gesturing around to the stuff here.
Points to himself.
That is malfunctioning, and we were given Mr. Ambrose's name, your master's name, as someone who might be able to possibly help us out with it.
If it is mechanical and arcane, I'm sure that my master can help you with that. Now, where is this malfunctioning machine?
Well, that's part of the issue. Is it's not in Tenebrium. It's a fair distance from here, but we have our own means of transportation that we would be able to take you. It's over by the Peregrine Peaks, if that helps at all.
You can see that there's this flickering of lights. That is quite a distance away.
Yes, it is. We would be happy to provide transportation and compensation for Mr. Ambrose's time.
I see. Such a distance traveled, and given the state of things at the moment, that would be quite a hefty sum if you are willing to depart with your gold, or quill.
Well, it may not be necessary, and I'll just, I don't know, I'm going to hold it up to his eyes. Maybe somebody's watching. Hold up my crappy drawing. Again, reinforcing the fact that I have no skill with this stuff whatsoever, but I drew this machine. This is what we're dealing with, and there's sparks coming out right here and over here and down there and this whole area, and we don't think they're supposed to.
Allow me one moment to inspect this. And you can see the flashing again. Ah, yes. From this I have deduced nothing.
That's pretty fair. A little rude, but fair.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Oh, well, you know what? I'm just holding it upside down. Is this any better?
Of course. How could I see it was nothing?
Wow. Somehow it got more rude. This is weird. Well, we'd only really like to borrow your boss for the day. It, as weird as it sounds, we have magic of sorts to let us travel quickly. To and from, that is.
I see. Well, given the distance and seeing as how we would leave Tenebrium, allow me to calculate the charges. Calculating. Calculating. Calculating.
What does calculating even mean?
It's a fancy word that has something to do with like you ever seen like the wild cats that wander the woods of Brookshire?
The ones that are like different colored spotted and whatnot?
Right. And they get kind of big. Some of them are very quick.
Oh, like calicos.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay, that makes more sense.
He's just counting how many cats it takes to get from here to the Peregrine Peaks.
Oh god, that's a... Hi, calicoing. That's Rodon counted the cat. It was funnier in my head. Anyways,
It's good.
I'm not gonna explain the joke.
As a deposit to begin this process, given the risk factor, I have calculated a down payment of 3,000 quill.
I'm sorry, risk factor.
Correct.
All right. Well, let's huddle up. 1 second. What was it? 7H? I don't know these things. Anyways.
Once again, you hear from the corner, this unit's designation is 7H4T.
Yeah, it's grating on my nerves already.
Well, guys, I have just over 4,000 quill. Where are y'all sitting at?
Yeah, I'm a little over 5,000.
I am just over 4 as well.
Okay, so we can all chip in 1,000 and get this guy to the fort.
I think that there's probably some negotiating that can be done, but
I can hear you.
No, shut up. No, you can't. I don't know how these things work. He's got ears like eagles.
I don't think that's how things work.
What do you know? You're just an inanimate object.
that's not true.
I don't.
Categorically, it's not true.
Its unit's designation is 7H4T.
Anyways, I'll let one of you whoever is better at talking do the talking. But I'm also willing just to pay the 3,000.
If we need to, absolutely. It's important that we get this done, but we also need to hire many workers.
Well, we can't hire workers if we can't promise some safety.
Alright, we need all of it done.
Yes.
As much quill as we can get out of here with.
All right.
Going to set us up.
Who's better at talking?
With this kind of thing, I think that's you, Dane.
We'll tag team it.
All right. Yeah.
All right. I'll turn back to the automaton. As you heard me say, I think that there might be some room for negotiation. Should we better communicate what's going on? Could we speak with the master?
Yes, if you'd like to follow me upstairs.
Excellent. Thank you.
Come on.
Follow to me now, guys.
You just hear disappearing from behind you. This unit's designation is 7H4.
What the heck is that? It's an inside joke.
Eventually, you are led to an upstairs where you can see essentially what looks like a hoarder's house of these metal parts everywhere. Different kinds of like castings that have been broken. Some of them, largely covered in soot. Lots of like pieces of broken stone and wood just everywhere. And you can see before you as you continue there what looks like an open office and a small golden little kobold with what looks like this kind of like leather apron, these goggles that they seem to have like a wrench and another kind of indiscernible tool in their hand, and they appear to have these kind of metal contraption on their back with this kind of almost like stretched leather that look like wings almost. And you can see that the automaton approaches and says, "Master, there appears to be some people here to inquire about your services." You can see that the gold kobold turns to face you all, and the goggles that it wears makes its eyes look, incredibly large, and they kind of like shove them up to their brow, and they look at you kind of quizzically and say, Hmm. I'll do it.
All right. Put it
Very
in.
good.
Okay.
What do you need to know?
Where and where and maybe why?
Well,
I like
We've-
this guy.
piece of arcane machinery in our home that is potentially damaged, malfunctioning, in a perhaps dangerous way. It's hard to say. My associate here, Lord Mugweed, has a drawing of the subject that we're asking you to look at.
I have deduced it is nonsense.
Thank you, machine.
What was the other question?
You hear this slight ringing noise, and you can see that this piece of paper suddenly is produced from the mouth of the automaton. And he rips it off, inspects it, and hands it to you, Eric. It appears it's for you.
What does it say?
It reads, "This unit's designation is 7H4T."
Oh, interesting. Less annoying to be read than to be heard over and over. I'll grant that. Thank you, 7H4T.
I am not
Crumple.
7H4T.
Oh, well, it says this unit, so I just assumed since it came out of you. So this was sent from the trash can downstairs.
Correct.
Good to know, I guess. crumple, crumple, crumple. I'll deposit that in the trash can when we head back down. Thank you. Mr. Ambrose, so the where and the why, so I know my picture isn't showing you anything, but we have a machine at Forte Verus. It's by the Peregrine Peaks. I don't know if you're familiar with the area, and it's malfunctioning and we don't know how to fix it, and no one comes higher with a higher recommendation than you. And we just really felt like, why go for anyone else when we could get the best?
I see. And where did you hear about me?
That's a great question. Where did we first hear about Alder Ambrose? I mean, your name is on everybody's lips in that area.
Who in this wide world has not heard the name of Alden Ambrose?
Exactly so.
They appear to be lying.
You didn't even roll a check. It wasn't even a check to be rolled. That wasn't even. You didn't even let us try.
No.
Well, that's.
A former resident of Tenebrium who, for her own personal reasons, prefers not to have her name brought into the matter, at least at this point, says you're the best and you would be the person to come to.
They appear to be telling the truth. I see. Well, I suppose that 7H15 has told you already what the cost would be.
Aye, there was a down payment of 3,000, and I assume that is before any work is done. That's just to bring you to our location.
Correct. I need to send 7H15 there to assess first. And after it has been cleared, then I shall make my way there.
We would be able to provide magical transportation that would be quick as you think. It would be difficult to ferry you both back and forth, and it is somewhat urgent that we have this looked at as soon as you can.
How urgent?
I mean, not so urgent that we want to pay a premium for it, if that's why you're asking.
That is exactly why I'm asking.
Yeah, nah, it's more our own curiosity than anything else. So if this isn't, I mean, I understand you're a busy guy and you probably don't have time to work on this one-of-a-kind machine that you may never get the opportunity to look at again. If that's not something you have time for, I understand.
Also, no, I didn't have anything to offer.
Also, I got nothing.
And don't forget. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. The thing I wanted to add onto it would have not benefited Eric's deception. So I was like, no, don't do anything.
It is true. The machine is quite remarkable.
Make a persuasion check, Eric.
With my assistance.
Sure.
Hey, cool. Persuasion 15.
If this is truly such a one-of-a-kind machine, then there is really no one better but me to operate on it, then, is there?
That's probably true. But we can, I'm sure. Listen, Mr. Harlow won't be that disappointed if we bring back somebody else. It's not that big a deal. Thank you for your time.
They appear to be lying.
Son of a bitch.
Damn lie detector bot.
He didn't even get his check.
Listen, obviously you want me to work on this machine, but I must ensure my safety. And as such, I must send 7H15 or 7H4T or 7H053 to inspect the machine and the area first. And once safety is guaranteed, then I will make my way there. I am not willing to risk my life for something that may or may not be as promising as you claim.
Now, your associate here seems to be pretty good at detecting falsehood. Tell me, 7H15, was it?
Yes.
When we spoke with the machine, were we telling the truth?
Yes.
We're not exaggerating. It is truly remarkable. Don't doubt that part of it one bit. I can also assure you, well, I want to choose my words carefully here.
Kill him.
The safety of the location depends upon the machine that we're asking you to come work on. The longer it takes to get this process going, the less likely it is that it will be safe. We can say when we left a couple hours ago that our defenses were up and operational and perfectly good. The longer that we delay before we can have this addressed, well, we don't know which way this machine is going. Tell me, 7H15, am I lying?
No. You do make a good case. Very well. When should we depart?
As soon as we can find a tree big enough.
That makes 0 sense, but I'm on board.
Needs to be about this big around. Do you know anything? Are there any trees in the city?
There are some trees.
Are they big ones?
They're decent size.
Are they big enough?
Big enough for what?
About this big around.
I'm sure we could try to find one. This is a very strange fellow. Yes.
He
Very
deals
well.
with nature magic.
7H15, go gather 7H4T and 7H053.
I thank you for your time. And I'll produce 1,000 quill. I'll look for the other two. And mind link with Eric. We got him to rush the timeline. I don't think we're getting him down on the amount.
No, agreed. 1,000 quill.
We're doing that right now. Not 1,000 quill.
Oh, that broke my heart.
All right. And so you can see that he scrambles to collect what looks like a large assortment of different kinds of tools and materials. You can see that the one main robot, 7H15, kind of carries a lot of things, and you can see that you can hear rather, as you descend the stairs, you can hear once again this unit's designation as 7H4T, as well as 7H053 is a more kind of like triangular looking, like pyramid like automaton with just two little legs that it walks on. And so you all make your way around the Black Coins bounty, desperately asking for a tree that meets your specifications. And
About this big around.
yeah, you just keep saying that over and over again, and people are very confused. Eventually, you end up finding a single tree that matches that description.
I'm going to approach it. I'm going to knock on it a little bit. And kind of turn to the side. Go to the other side. Press my ear up against it. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah, this one's gonna work.
I think so.
Yeah, that's a tree.
Also, for I assume that 7H15 is still observing.
Mhm.
All that was totally unnecessary. I'm just putting on a show. Let me step through first. Just make sure the coast is clear, and I'll wave you through, but it'll have to be quick.
Real quick. 7H4T absolutely has to come?
Yes, it is absolutely imperative that he comes. This cannot be achieved without 7H4T.
All right.
That's
all
his
right,
designation.
Okay, then.
All right, and then you cast.
I cast transport via plants.
All right.
And I'll step through, and I'll make a quick look around, make sure that there's no danger in the immediate vicinity.
None.
Okay. Now I wave everybody. Quick, come on.
All right, and you all go rushing through. The three robots and the gold kobold rush through, and you can hear all this clanking of metal and this just kind of like sputtering of the automatons. And as you make your way through and eventually land on the grass back at Forte Verus, that is where we will pick up next time.
We just speed ran to Nephria.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, I have a feeling that we'll be back.
Oh, we have to.
Just got more pressing matters.
Yes.
But yes. Goodness gracious. It's a good thing I had that prepped because I thought we were gonna go a whole different way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had that like on the back, like sitting, like just in case. Because I thought you guys were gonna go deeper, and I was like, "All right, I'm all ready to go." Oh, and then I like had to pull.
See, I thought you were sending us to Tenebrio. Like,
Yeah, so did I. With the broken machine, get that thing fixed.
yeah, for sure.
No, I thought you guys were gonna descend deeper, but it ended up working out. So.
Absolutely.
But yeah. Oh man. Well, thank you everyone. Those of you who are still here, those of you who stop by, and those of you who watch our stuff after the fact. We appreciate all of you. I can't remember what I say next.
Tonight's show is brought to you
Oh
by
yeah. Tonight's
the
show is.
ghost that lives in the trunk of your car.
That's right.
Seriously, give him what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
See why?
We shall be back in 2 weeks' time to see what becomes of the machine beneath Forte Verus, and to see if we can finally solidify some defenses so you guys can get started and getting some people there.
Yes. I like that very much.
Yes. In the meantime,
Go check out our artists. All those who contributed to all our portraits that you see both in the pre-show and during the game. Artists that you should check out. Type of the
it's
yeah, just type in the chat command artists. We got Miley Taniguchi, Tani Maichi on Instagram. We got Stephanie Brown at Offbeat Worlds on Insta as well. Donnie Durdunkleton at Donnie Durdunkle on Twitter. And then also our Dungeon Maestro who composed our theme, Aiden Chan. You can find them at Aiden Chan or Dungeon Maestro on YouTube. And I believe they're on Insta as well and Twitter again at Dungeon Maestro. So check them out, support them, and if you like their work, buy a portrait or music.
I love Donnie like so much. His style is so good.
I like how he put a lot of mood into our faces, like especially like Eric's, because like a lot of them are like chipper, and then you see Eric and Donnie Drunkle portrait, and it's like, who is this rugged guy that like with the serious cowl? Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone so much for watching. Farewell and have a pleasant tomorrow.